I'm getting sick of seeing the same chicken recipe over and over. Chicken breast this, chicken breast that. Put it on the grill. No. Okay, enough is enough. This is a very common Filipino food that in my opinion is one of the greatest chicken dishes of all time. Okay, so today we're making the classic chicken adobo. Greatest chicken dish of all time. Well, hang on, there's a lot of actually really good chicken dishes that I like. I get really excited about adobo because I'm a big fan of it. It's tender, it's rich, it's salty, it's sweet, it's acidic, it's everything you want, and it's beautiful on a plate of rice. Or you could use it for anything. It's so multifaceted. Why doesn't everyone make this? I want more people making it properly. So with all that said, let's make this, shall we? Okay, this is quite possibly one of the easiest, most flavor-packed chicken dishes of all time. So let's not waste any time. In a large bowl, add 4 chicken drumsticks and 4 bone-in and skin-on chicken thighs. That's right, bone-in, not bone-less. To that, you're gonna add 20 cloves of garlic that have been heavily crushed. Yes, 20 cloves. For all the people that are like, oh yes, whenever I see a recipe that says 2 cloves, it means 4 to me. How about this, Karen, huh?
20?
For real though, garlic is probably one of the most important things in my life, so yes. Add a small fresh crack of black pepper, then 1 tablespoon or 7 grams of whole black peppercorns, 3 tablespoons or 50 grams of palm sugar. The good stuff will come in pucks like this, which I highly recommend, and you can break those down by finely chopping with a knife or grating with a grater. Place that in your bowl, then add 1 1/4 cup or 300 milliliters of unseasoned rice vinegar, 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of dark soy sauce, 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of regular soy sauce, ideally the Silver Swan brand, link in description for that, 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of filtered water, toss that nicely, and finally 4 bay leaves. Then just cover that bad boy with plastic wrap and marinate in the fridge for 2 hours, but ideally overnight. And look, for the record, you can skip the marination completely and it's still delicious. But of course, Papa still recommends overnight marination. Thank you. Once that's done, be sure to reserve all of your marinating liquid, then get a large brazier or Dutch oven, heat that over medium-high, with enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan, then sear all of your chicken pieces in batches on all sides for 2 to 3 minutes per side to get some nice browning on all that beautiful skin and meat. Then brown the rest of it. Please do that in batches, placing each batch to the side after browning to avoid any overcrowding. Papa no quis if chicken on top of chicken while searing. Once all of your chicken is seared and out of the pan, add your marination liquid along with all of its aromatics. Literally just dump all of it out. Increase the heat to medium-high, then arrange all of your chicken snugly in one layer in your cooking apparatus, then bring that to a boil, and as soon as it reaches that boil, immediately reduce to low, reduce to a simmer, cover with a lid, and cook for 35 minutes. Then uncover that bad boy, carefully turn your chicken pieces, cover again, and cook for 25 to 35 more minutes. This time turning your chicken pieces occasionally to coat thoroughly during that process until your chicken is beautifully tender and the liquid thickens to a stunning glaze. I mean, look at this thing just bubbling away. Something about it touches deep within the reaches of human carnal desire. The exposed bone, the amber luxurious sauce, the aromatics caramelizing away. It's just sexy. From there, you can hit that with some fresh green onion and plop that whole thing on a table with some rice to the side, or you can plate it up like so. A nice mound of rice, followed by 1 to 2 pieces of chicken per person, then spoon on as much or as little of the sauce. On top, I like to get nasty with it. I like a lot of that incredible sauce. Get ready to absolutely buzz. Okay, so before we even start, Vikram said that there's a 2% chance that I would actually catch this correctly in my hand like this. So, and my hands are greasy and covered in chicken fat, so let's see if that's true. Ah! Let's just get a round of applause. Chicken adobo, just absolutely solid. I got a text message from one of my very good friends, Dan the man. He's watching. He is from the Philippines. He knows this cuisine, and he felt that I did it justice today. So if you don't feel that I did it justice today, I don't care, because my friend said I did a good job. So shut the up. First step in checking if it's right. You just need a spoon to simply, oh my God. That is succulent. Perfectly cooked. It falls apart. It's rich. You've got that deep, dark soy flavor, the acidity from the rice vinegar. Everything comes together. It's rich, but also balanced at the same time. This is everything that I know about adobo. And it's so simple. Why isn't everyone making this? Wake up, America, and the rest of the world that's not the Philippines, which is, there's a lot of that.
Wake up!
And then obviously the rice gets stained with that sauce. And it's bussin'. So now that this is done, it's messy, it's delicious, but what if you have leftovers? What are you gonna do with that? Did somebody say unbelievably crisp chicken adobo pot stickers? Oh, I did, that's right. So to make that, get a medium-sized bowl and add a quarter of a head of green cabbage, very thinly sliced. Salt that lightly and crush with your hands aggressively to soften it up. Then add 3 thinly sliced green onions, toss together. Then just get any leftover chicken you have, take it off the bone, and shred it down with the skin and everything as finely as possible. Drizzle in some of your glaze to taste, assuming you saved it, right? You didn't throw it away, right? Anyway, mix all that together beautifully, and that's your filling. Now just get some gyoza wrappers. You can make them yourself or you can buy them. That's gonna be up to you this time, bud. Fill that with your desired filling, about 2 teaspoons or so. Wet the edges, fold it like a taco and pinch in the center. Then pleat only one side of each end. Starting from the center, pleat, move the finger down, pleat again, and then one more time for 3 total pleats. Then repeat that on the other side of the midpoint, press everything together, and look at that. It takes some practice, but once you get it, it's actually really not that hard at all. Just don't get all nervous and sweaty because, well, then you're nervous and sweaty and that sucks, but the dough will also stick to your clammy, stressed hands. Don't worry. Papa's got you. Then repeat that process until you've used all your filling. Now, if you had half of your original adobo recipe left over, this will make about 14 to 20 gyoza. Now, all you gotta do is heat a nonstick skillet over medium heat, add just enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan lightly, about 2 tablespoons. Then once that's hot, arrange your gyoza all the way around the pan so they don't touch, but they all fit nice and snug. And let those cook and brown for about 2 minutes, or until the underside is crisp and beautifully browned like this. Then very quickly add a quarter cup of water to the pan, immediately close the lid and let that steam for 3 minutes. Then remove the lid, and if there's any liquid left, let that simmer till completely gone. Let the gyoza rest for about 1 minute, then carefully remove them from your pan and arrange on a plate, crisp side up. And optionally, but highly recommended, you can absolutely drench these bad boys in your favorite chili oil, which of course should be my recipe, and the link for that is in the description. I also used the glaze from the chicken adobo plus a little splash of extra vinegar as a dipping sauce. Now all we gotta do is hop aboard the train
to Flavor Town.
We have gyoza, combining 2 different cultures here, all right? Gyoza and adobo chicken. Next to it, we have just some of the reduced braising liquid from the adobo. Covered this in chili oil. It's a beautiful thing. It's fragrant. Listen to this. You hear that? Oh my God. Shut up! I wanna take this into the bedroom with me. Is that enough for you? This is ridiculous. Somebody get over here and taste it.
It's over.
It's over. Every time we combine stuff, I feel like we start to make real waves. I almost gagged on that. I wish I had more of a gag reflex.
On that, I'll leave.
Somehow this is so good, it feels like a butt better. Now is the time. This is your call to action. Make the freaking chicken. And with the leftovers, you better be making this. Also go to the description and buy my book. I want you to do that, and then I want you to make this. That was a shameless plug. And now I'm gonna go shamelessly plug myself. You wanna know what else has hot chicken legs glistening in the sun? B-roll. Alright guys, and that is it. So we made our chicken adobo beautifully, falling off the bone. It melted in your mouth. That skin was rich with flavor. Even the skin of the chicken is good. A lot of people are like, oh God, it's rubbery. No, stop it. Eat the frickin' skin when it's cooked nice and slow like that, alright? It's like a nice little thin pat of butter that just melts away on your tongue, but it's full of that rich umami soy. Go out there and try this stuff. It is truly a magical thing, and I would love for you to experience it. Now, with all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.